you, I'm going to give you some product if you ask a good question. Young man right here. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you.
What's your highest viewed video?
Burbank Sports Cards. Rob still texts me every week saying, kid, you got to come back. Kid, you got to come back. Rob Veras. So Burbank was a hit.
Day in the life of a card shop owner. First ever video I did right when we had opened, documenting what it was like in a card shop. That's my biggest one.
Mine was going through my PC, so shuffling through my cards and showing off some of them, and people really liked that.
I think mine is when I opened the 100 packs when we hit 100K. I think that's the one for me, which was so much fun.
Jeez. You'd have to go back a few years on the Beckett YouTube channel, but it was opening an 86, 87 Fleer pack here. That was in Chicago at the National. That's what that one was.
Thank you. Got it. All right, young man, come up here. We got a prize for you. Great question.
Yeah, now who wants to ask questions?
Yeah. Okay, there's a young lady in the back with your hand raised. Was she the first one? Okay, yeah. What's your question? Oh, sorry. We need to get a mic to you.
How many years have you guys been creating content for? And when about do you think things start to slowly start blowing up and getting traction?
Somebody.
Yeah, so for me, it was about 7 years, breaking for 5, and then the podcast for 2. And a lot of feedback is helpful. The one thing that made it go, the video stuff, you could always yell, that'll get you views too, like the donkeys on the floor. For us, the podcast was when we started getting very specific about items and like really calling things out. Like, hey, here's a specific connection to what makes it work. But for YouTube and for other things, these guys have had much more success there.
I started in 2018 with podcast, and then another podcast, and then took a break while we launched Card Ladder. And then came back with a YouTube show in 2020. And we also do an Instagram Live every Friday night, and that's also since 2020. And, it's just a grind. Just keep doing it. That's my advice.
So 2013 is when I got on Instagram, but didn't really focus on like the content aspect of it until 2013 or until 2016. So about 6 years at this point.
I think it's been 7 or 8 years, roughly, for me. So it's been a while, and that's when I started to do the content that is. And I was collecting before that, mainly baseball. And what's weirdly now is I don't do any baseball on the channel. But yeah, so I think 7 or 8 for me.
I'm working on 8.
Okay, I got a box for you too. Got a 2021 Optic football here.
Wait, I have a question
Thanks,
for the
great
panel.
Question. Yeah, let's have it. Okay. Yes, sir. Go ahead. Oh, where's our mic? Can you? Thank you. The question was favorite card show besides the National.
Well, I host one, so.
So do I.
Exactly. So that's the easy way out. However, Jay's mentioned it a couple times. I live right outside of Dallas-Fort Worth. The Dallas Card Show has grown an audience that it really deserves. And if you're not, if you haven't been yet, I would encourage it. It's a lot. It's not obviously it's not this big, but it will rival the National, I think.
Yeah, the Dallas Card Show is definitely one worth mentioning. But shout out to Shipshewana, Indiana, man. Shout out to anybody here that's ever been to the middle of nowhere in Indiana, in Amish country. That show has really, really taken off. Brad and B Sports on Instagram, they do an amazing job in that show. That show is in the middle of nowhere. There's more horse and buggies than there are Starbucks, and there are a lot of people that go to that show.
Nice.
So shout out to Shipshewana, Indiana.
I don't go to nearly as many shows. it's almost by default, but I'd say the Philly one, which I've been to a few times, and then I just went to the Morris County show, also here in Jersey, where I'm from, which was a smaller show, but I had a lot of fun there meeting people.
Well, I'm going to shout out the Industry Summit for Eric. And then Mint was the one I was talking about for myself. Mike?
I'm a fan of the local small stuff. No cameras, nobody knows who you are, no content. Most fun. You can just go there and just for the hobby.
All right, we got time for one more question. I just have one more. Okay, the young man in the back.
What do you do to make the algorithm suggest your videos to new viewers?
Oh boy. These are industry secrets. Do we want to get into this? We're going to need you to sign an NDA. And
here, I'll go. You got to tag your videos correctly. The first word of your YouTube title should be a strong emotional word. Have your mouth open. No, I'm not even joking. Like, I've been studying YouTube. Since I hired an editor, I've studied YouTube analytics for the last 2 months, man. And I've really, I'm diving deep into it. And I'm figuring out how to tag our videos, how to really, like, YouTube's really selective. Like, I got to be honest with everybody here. I will make a video, I will edit it, and I think it'll be a work of art. And it'll get like 4,000 views. And then there will be a video where I'm like, this is the worst video we've ever made, and YouTube will give it 50,000 views. And I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? So it's like, I could say, oh, it's luck, but it's not. It's, if you really tag that video and you study YouTube analytics, you can really, and like, no, you know what? There's no secrets. I'm not giving out secrets. This is just what we do. And I want everybody to be successful, so that's my advice. Just study YouTube analytics. My recommendation, vidIQ. There's my secret. Not really.
Good thumbnails, good pictures on IG, good thumbnails. That kind of stuff is a hack. I got a lot of it from Pac-Man, right? I've learned a lot from him, and his thumbnails are really, really good, and that's why his view count is as high as it is because, again, he's authentic, but the thumbnails get people in, especially when you're scrolling on YouTube on your phone. You're not necessarily looking at the words. You're looking for a cool thumbnail to click on, something that pops and catches your attention. That's important.
Yeah, I'd say thumbnail is really important. That's the first thing that people see, so make sure that the design is clean. It takes a long time. Look, my early thumbnails are awful, and even now, a lot of times I'm missing pretty big on them. But make sure something clean captures the essence of what you're doing. A lot of times you'll see videos. It's just YouTube will default put kind of just a picture from the video, which doesn't always capture someone scrolling by quickly what they're seeing. So take a little bit of time, familiarize yourself. Like, I just use a little font app and I just cut out little pictures and put them on my thumbnails there. But just put something together simple that looks clean. And then titles, I would say make sure you really capture the essence of what you're doing. Give a nice little description, and then the content itself. If people are enjoying it, YouTube itself, all the platforms, it knows people are watching, are interacting, are liking, are sharing it, and that's what's going to help it the most, I think. So that's what I'd say.
you guys have been great. Thank you. Where's the young man who? Yeah, we got a little something. Yeah, let's give it up for this panel. These guys and gal are awesome. If you guys want, we'll go down the row real quick, and everybody can shout out wherever they want people to find them. Most of these people probably know where to find you guys, but give your shows a shout out or channels wherever you want to drive traffic.
YouTube and IG at Card Collector 2 and Card Talk Pod. Shout out to Tyler and Lou.
Yeah, mine's Pac-Man on YouTube and Pac-Man Cards on Instagram, and also Pac-Man Breaks.
You can find Beckett's just Beckett Collect across all platforms.
So you can find me at Christina's PC, Kristinas PC, on Instagram and Twitter, and then Card Ladder on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everything. And we post our videos and our amazing content there as well.
Sports Cards Nonsense is a podcast. Card Shop Live is the app, and we're over at booth 1441.
Yeah, it's Mojo Sports on YouTube, and then Mojo Autographs on Instagram.
Awesome. That's it. Thank you, guys. We're going to do a quick photo up here before y'all split. But, yeah, thanks for hanging out. We appreciate it. We have another panel coming up. We're going to be talking about NFTs. Some of you probably don't even know what NFT is. We're going to talk more about that here in just a minute. Young man, I have your packs, too. There you go, buddy.
Pac-Man, can I say hi to you after?
Follow me on
Can I be on this panel? Oh, no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right, so what are the rest of these teams? Thank you. I know. I didn't want to stop us down to talk about that. My NFT panel, come on up here, fellas. What's that?
Yeah, that was cool.
Dude, thank you so much, man. It was awesome. Oh, really? Ah. No kidding. Yeah, no, I got it. Oh, gosh. I'll be right back.
We're going to set up today. We're going to give away national treasures today. You guys haven't checked out Whatnot. You guys got to check it out live on Whatnot pretty soon. Here in the Breakers Pavilion, we're actually giving away national treasures right up here today. Great national treasures. Set up the great thing. We just finished up a panel with Penny. Shout out to Jack Ackley. Shout out to Mark Lopez. Mike Giuseppe and Megan Collector. Yeah, I think I was better. Why don't we?
I can imagine.
You're still right here?
Yeah, we have one less person this time, so actually I might be able to sit a little bit closer. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and camp out here. It's nice. Oh, I got you. You're framing everybody up. Thank you.
You're not allowed dead air.
Sorry. I mean, I can beatbox or something if we need to kill this dead air.
So we have more content coming from Panini America, but in the meantime, to drum up some enthusiasm, we've got some Panini Mosaic basketball packs to give away. I'm Rob. This is Chris with Go GTS Live, the Hobbies web show. Every Thursday, 8 p.m., Twitch and YouTube. We break new product. We give away the hits.
You guys
it's
having
that
fun
simple.
today? The National,
That
having
simple.
fun?
All right.
Got some basketball card fans here?
All right.
All right.
So as Panini's bringing up their second panel, we're going to drum up some enthusiasm, get those butts in the seats for these guys
Who
because they
likes
got
free
some
stuff? Do you
some
like
great
free stuff here at the
content.
National?
All right. Golden State Warriors jacket. Tell me who is Run TMC?
Oh, man.
Chris Mullen, Tim Hardaway.
Sounds like Mitch.
2 of 3. There you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
Ding, 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 ding.
Tim Hardaway, Chris Mullen, and Mitch Richmond.
Those
Very
guys
good.
are part of a brand new effort with Flex NBA. We got to hang out and have dinner with them last night, Chris. That was pretty cool.
That was good.
Absolutely. All right, rated rookie hat.
Right here, buddy. Right there.
All right. What's that? Golf logo? Okay. Where's the home of the Masters? You got it.
Ooh, he did not even hesitate on that. Augusta.
All right, sticking with golf for a basketball pack. Don't ask me why. What is the new league? Many PGA Tour members are leaving. We call blue shirt.
Titans.
LIV.
Ding, 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 ding.
What's
Ravens
it stand
gets the
for?
winner.
Oh, wow. I don't think I even know. All right, who knows what it stands for?
LVI, what's it stand for? Do, 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 do. Oh!
Ding, 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 ding.
Come on, get your pack. You want a free pack? Don't hesitate. Someone's going to take it.
54 under par.
Ooh, like it.
I was afraid I hadn't seen you at the show yet.
54 million if you shoot a 54? Wow.
That's even like a bonus right there, Rob.
They said, no.
Jeff, you tell me to shut up?
You got like 30 more seconds.
30
All right.
seconds.
Okay, perfect. I got 2 more packs.
He was like, you got to talk to Tyler for the podcast. Like, he's
Red shirt down there. Let me see your logo.
have an opportunity to just reach out to Tyler and see if we can get him here. So
Okay.
thanks for jumping on. Let's go.
Give me the name of the most famous soccer player with a single name.
Hey, where have you been here? Where's the show? So-
Not
Not
Messi.
Messi.
Since Tuesday.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Y'all having fun?
Class.
Yeah.
Not Mbappe.
Casino.
Right there.
Gambling.
Pele.
Oh, we
All
got a winner,
right.
Pele.
I'll get to the bank
Having
account.
the whole class of blackjack table.
All right.
We got one more pack left, guys.
You come on. You do it.
You want
do
me
it.
to
You
do it?
You do
Oh,
it.
wow. What are we doing here? Let's see. The number 1 pick in this last year's NFL draft, who was who? Nope.
No.
This past year's draft.
Not Joe Burrow. Black shirt right there.
There you
Trayvon
go.
Walker.
Ding, ding, ding.
All right.
Trayvon Walker.
All right, we're out of here while Panini dishes you up some more great content. I think they have some additional giveaways. If not, I'm going to leave them this box.
Oh, we like that.
If you
Yeah,
need to rip open
thank
some
you.
Oh, you give me that. You got your own.
We do have a little swag to give away. Yeah, so I'll just put that out there now. So we will have a live Q&A towards the end of this hour, and we may or may not be giving away some product to people who ask nice questions. So hang in there with us. So as you guys may or may not know, this panel is all about NFTs and the hobby.
One more.
How many of you don't know what an NFT is? Anybody? And don't be ashamed. You can raise your hand.
yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Fair enough.
Thank you.
I will not try to explain that because I will butcher that, but maybe one of the members of the panel here can do a better job than I can
Testing.
on that. Certainly.
Oh.
How many of you own NFTs? Okay. Well, NFTs are obviously a newer portion of the hobby, but it's something that is not going away. It's obviously picking up steam, and I thought it would be interesting to get a panel of a lot of people that know a lot more about NFTs than I do up here to talk about them just kind of from a general hobby standpoint. So if I can get you guys to each take a moment, introduce yourself, and tell the audience how you got involved with NFTs, I think that'd be a good way to kick this off.
Yeah, I'm Brett Whiteley. I'm a product development, and I work with Panini doing the Panini NFTs. Started there about 6 years ago, just working on our physical basketball products. And then when NFTs became a thing, me and a couple other guys at the company, they had us get involved in the space and start to build out our Panini NFT platform, as well as our Dutch auction sets we do and the physical and the packs that we do now.
Hey everybody, my name is Sean DeSoma. I am the founder and CEO of Card Shop Live. I'm also a long-time collector, as if you could say long time, of Panini NFT. And really, it's a pleasure to be here, and hopefully we can illuminate, educate, and really enhance everybody's understanding of NFT here.
You're up. What's up, everybody? Cage. This
Let's
is
do
boring.
it! All right.
Come on, man.
All right, I got it now.
Don't say NFTs anymore.
All right.
Because you just lost half the audience. All right, no NFT. It's digital. It's a digital version of the cards you guys already know. It's a digital version of the cards you guys like. You can't buy a gold. Can't buy a gold.
Close to the mic.
Can't buy a gold card because everybody's hoarding the 10. They got gold cards here. Cage, I happen to be lucky to share the stage with the second and third best podcasts in the hobby out there. You'll meet them in a second. But I am with the best one.
Bro.
Lucas Tigers and Bronze. Check us out, Luca Nation Network. I got a bunch
It's true.
of
They
digital
are the
stuff.
best.
I got a bunch of regular stuff. It doesn't have to be or. It doesn't have to be a battle. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to just collect digital. You can have fun in both. So come over, come sit down. I'm sure they're going to give away some free stuff, and let's talk about why digital is not the enemy. There you go. Follow that, my man.
I'm sorry, I don't like to follow liars. Hey guys, Jesse Gibson, the host of Sports Cards Nonsense with my co-host, Michael Giuseppe. In the hobby, a year and a half. I am new. And to the NFT world, I feel right at home because almost all of us are new. I think that the NFT space, just like the card space, is something growing, and it does not have to be an either or. If you're here for your cards, awesome. Continue to do that. If you like NFTs or you don't like NFTs, that's okay too, but all I ask is give them a shot, and hopefully we can talk a little bit about why.
I get the luxury of going last. My name's Tyler Schmidt. I run a media company, a publisher called 137 PM. We have a podcast, Card Talk Pod, that we do with Ryan. We just provide Ryan support. The story for NFTs, and when I think about the term NFT, I think about it like the cloud. And there was like an 18-month window where millions and millions and millions of dollars of marketing were going into this new tech called the cloud, and everyone was making fun of people that they were living on the cloud and didn't know what that meant. And now every piece of pretty much connected internet and storage is happening on the cloud, and no one knows it. I think that's similar to what will happen with the term NFT. My background in collecting digitally is no different than my background collecting anything physically. I grew up in a household where my mom had tchotchkes out the wazoo, and everywhere we went, picked something up. I early on have been kind of tweeting and pushing this notion of $5 NFTs and little collectibles, and I think it's just like cards, just like tickets, just like bobbleheads. It's a way to store memories, and it's a way to kind of put construct around you and your likes and interests. And I think that whether it's video games and NBA 2K and packs, or whether it's photos on your phone that you've never looked at since the day you took them, I think every single person is already collecting things digitally in a way that they don't recognize or realize. I think posting to Instagram is a way to collect your memories. And I think that once people realize that the blockchain is just a ledger that empowers the user more so than the corporation, I think people will start to turn around and come to it. I think we have a long way to go in terms of the marketing the interconnectivity, the use of product, the wallet, the interoperability of the ecosystems. But I think all the painting is right there on the wall. And I think once the hodgepodge of I didn't get to make a lot of money in this early boom of NFTs fades away, a lot of people will realize that it's a pretty powerful thing, and there's just a lot of enjoyment in collecting. No different than walking up to a dollar box and paying $3 for a card.
Great background, Tyler. So I'm going to start this out. I couldn't hit this first, but I'm going to hit it early on. I want to address the elephant in the room. The cryptocurrencies, you guys know, kind of coexist with NFTs, as it were. The crypto market has taken a hit over the past 6 months. It's been very noticeable, especially if you own some crypto. You've definitely noticed. And this, unfortunately, has also had some effect on the NFT projects. Do you guys feel that this is anything we need to worry about, or are these just market fluctuations that are going to come and go?
So my point of reference is specifically on Panini NFT, right? So those are the NFTs that I personally collect. What everybody needs to know and understand is that for the last 2 years plus, Panini NFTs have not been tied to cryptocurrency. They are on a blockchain. However, they were not bought, sold in Ethereum or any other cryptocurrency. So just to give you an example, everything was traded in dollars, PayPal, just like you buy, sell, and trade your cards now utilizing a PayPal wallet. So when crypto crashed, Panini NFTs stayed fairly stable. And even now, if you look and compare, according to Card Ladder data, the physical card market is down about 5% over the last month. Panini NFTs have been up 18% over the last month, according to CryptoSlam, which is the website where you can track all sales and everything else. So that's something important to keep in mind when we have the crypto conversation. Panini has since added, and I know Cage is really excited about this, even though he's selling stuff at 60% of comps, driving the rest of us crazy on that.
Nice work, Cage.
That's how I roll.
I'm just, we'll get into this later. But but nonetheless, still only about 10% of Panini NFTs are sold on the crypto market. May even be a little smaller than that. So, there is some insulation, and Panini NFTs trade a little bit more like the card market than like, Bored Apes or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we can talk about volatility in crypto and volatility in NFT and blockchain-based assets, but the reality is the economy over the last 10 years was free money and printing money, and you can go to Messi physical cards, you can go to Charizard, you can go to Jordan 10, you can go to publicly traded stocks. We've been living in how to identify as one thing and then block out everything else. We get this, crypto's down or volatile. I mean, real leading VC firms in the world are investing in startups that have nothing to do with crypto, that get valuations in the billions of dollars and then belly up. Like, this isn't a crypto or NFT thing, and I think we're going to be in a little bit of a reset, but I'm not here to talk macroeconomics. I think just the understanding of, like, these are collectibles and all these things are happening. This was a new market. We've seen it in cards over the last 3 years, new entrants, this kind of digital age. The iPhone's 15 years old. I mean, so what was Robinhood, retail trader, growing up, you wanted to own 5 shares of Apple. I'm 31. Like, Steve Jobs was my guy, but I think what people now you're seeing want to invest in culture. Alt's done a good job in that. So it's just this combination of emerging markets, free cash flow, and now obviously macro dynamics, geopolitical, that is resetting everything. And 99% of these cryptocurrencies will mean nothing. 99% of these projects will mean nothing, just like 99% of the cards that are in this show are not being transacted or traded by yet other than one person that really enjoys that stuff. So I think that all of the marketing, the storytelling around it over time, that's what I'm most passionate in, is to get people to actually realize most are already into collecting things digitally. They just don't know it. And there's just been this wrapper around NFTs where you either were in it and enjoyed it and probably made some money, and then on one side, or you missed the boat and everyone in this room has a story of, I wasn't in on something, I don't understand it, so I'm negative about it.
Well, and you know, if I could add to that point, that's what makes kind of the Panini, and I'm not trying to blow smoke, guys, but you know how personally passionate I am about it. That's why the Panini NFTs have been so, it's so impressive that the market's been consistently growing, slowly but surely growing. And again, over the last month, up 18% when everything else is down. That shows you it's growing. And here's why it shouldn't be intimidating to any of you to get into it. These are Prism cards. These are Noir cards. These are Optic cards. These are the things that you know with parallels and numbers, right? So, you know, when you're jumping in here, you know that a Trevor Lawrence, you know, gold Prism probably has significant amount of value on a blockchain, just the same as it would physically. And you also know that Rex Ryan's base card probably does not. Although there's a way that Panini can actually makes those cards valuable, but I'm not going to jump into that right now. But nonetheless, so it's a pretty easy entry point if you know cards.
So, the Panini, I'm sorry, we guys?
No, go.
No.
Please.
Okay.
There's gonna be better questions, I'm sure.
Cage, jump in there.
No. Listen, this is easy for me. I don't know what questions you have and stuff. I'm 45 years old. So to be up on a digital panel is kind of ridiculous, right? I mean, nobody wants digital, right? What's the story? So let's look around the show, right? Look around the show. To get a card, you're breaking with somebody online. You're trusting them. You're trusting a breaker. You're trusting that they're going to give you the product that's being broken. Maybe you're buying it on eBay. You're trusting somebody on eBay. And then you buy it on eBay, you buy an auction house. Half this room is now selling vaulting services. eBay's got a vault, Golden's got a vault, PWCC's got a vault. You break a card on Instagram, you break it on Facebook, you break it on YouTube, whatever it is, you see the card on your phone. You break the card, you own the card, then you're shipping it to some vault. You don't see the card in your hand, you see it on your phone. Then you want to sell the card. You sell the card on your phone from your vault. That's half of what's going on with the hobby now, and it's trending in a direction where it's even further. You're doing the same thing here. You already are trading a digital card. Sure, the difference is there's a physical card behind it, and eventually you could get it to you, but in order to get it to you, think about all the friction that's there. It's a great word for the NFT world, right? We like friction. You like friction, right?
Does anyone remember what the original question was about crypto and the value of it? I don't know if we've
But
talked
we want
about
to talk about crypto going down.
It's
going back up.
I agree with you. No, you sound like an angel. Keep going.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
So to go off of what Cage just added, so Panini has a Discord channel. It's almost exclusively NFT collectors in there. It's a great community. Shout out to the Panini Discord channel. We love you guys. So I posed the question to them, why NFTs? And I got some great responses, and they broke it down very simply. In terms of if I'm going to collect something, why collect NFTs versus physical cards? So certainly ease of storage. Your NFT collection could be stored on your phone, and for most of us it is. Transparency of mint count, which I thought was fantastic. Something you don't get, unfortunately, from physical cards is to know, well, I guess some of the sets, lower numbered sets, you might be able to figure out how many were printed, but you don't know exactly. Ease of secondary marketplace, just what Cage was just getting at. It's so simple. Simplicity of trading cards goes right along with that. And finally, the opportunity to be on the ground floor of transformative technology, and that's really, we all believe that that's what NFTs are. So with that said, I posed to you guys, I would love to hear kind of what got you guys interested in NFTs in the first place.
This one's mine. Stop touching me, Cage. Come on. I like it. All right, guys, let me break this down for you. I am not a sports card fan. I am a fraud. I am here among you because I enjoy the hobby, but I'm not really into sports. I like entertainment cards. They're not even in there. There's like one table with entertainment cards here. However, Oh, that guy's got some.
Hey,
That guy's got some.
Hey,
All right, you're distracting me. Bottom line, though, is I can go out and get my NFT cards right now. Now, cards or NFTs that I care about right now, because I don't have to get them from a digital place. And that is one of the things I love so much is that Cage was talking about vault services. Like, do you guys remember StarStock? People still talk about that, right? No? Yes? StarStock had a incredible service where you sent your card to them, you bought and sold it on there multiple times before you ever got your card back, and it made it super quick. If a guy someone went off in a game, you could sell your card right away. You didn't have to list it on eBay or anything like that. It was already up there for sale. You could take advantage of the hype in that moment. The reason they failed was because there's so much physical other things in the background that have to go on to get people what they need. In the digital world, it never takes place. It happens right away. There are cards out there right now on the Panini blockchain specifically that were just gotten from this card show for free that are out there for $1,500 on bids right now. They listed it they opened it, listed it right away. Someone could have bought it in that moment for $1,000 or more, and they have since this show began. It's incredible to see what this marketplace can do, especially for me as someone who came into this not necessarily for the love of the sport collecting, but more of the investment side of things. I view this as the fact that you're opening up larger markets, because guess what else you don't do? You don't have to worry about international shipping or anything like that. All this, if I want to buy and sell something to someone in China, I can do that very easily. There are so many advantages to this. And at the same time, if you're a collector, you get twofold benefit. You get not only the investment, but the joy of having the collection. We live in a digital world, people. No matter what you think, in the future, you will have frames on your mantles. Granted, we had this like 10 years ago, but no one cared about it. You had a picture frame on your mantle that was digital pictures going across. You will have a card in that mantle just the same as you would have a physical card on your mantle if you wanted to display it. I do think that like I said at the beginning, there's no reason why you have to be picking. I don't want to talk anymore. I want to know what's going on over there. I'm sorry. But I do think there's no reason that you have to choose between digital and physical, but I do think that if you haven't evaluated the reasons why people are into digital, you're doing yourself a disservice.
I think it's a perfect compliment. I mean, who out there loves Prism Silver cards, right? I collected them and came back in, they were awesome. Prism Silver, right? But they became something that wasn't as valuable. It was looked at as a commodity, a base card. Well, I own Prism Silver cards that are numbered to 149. Because on digital, they number your silvers. How do you like Color Blast? Everybody like Color Blast cards? Who here has a LaMelo Color Blast numbered to 62? I do. You guys don't. They have that on digital. It's something that they can do. They can take your favorite tangible assets, your favorite physical cards, and turn them into a digital version that's numbered with a supply that's finite, with a supply that's known, and makes it something that you can chase. Most people aren't chasing silvers, but if you limit a silver to 149 and everybody knows it's out of 149, now it becomes something that's probably actually less supply, more demand than the physical version of it. That's what drew me originally to the first series of Panini and the blockchain that came out. Not to mention, as Jesse talked about, the friction that I started to mention. No backsies, no returns, no PayPal, lunacy if you're using the crypto wallet like I do. There's just a crazy difference. It's instant, it's done, you put it up, and like Jesse says, if it's somebody who's having a good game, finished. They also do this cool challenge thing, right? You can do challenges. They fill in a set, 20 cards, you name it, you get a challenge card. So right now they're running a challenge for an Aaron Rodgers card, red. It's gonna be limited, maybe 10. I happen to have one of the challenge cards, and this morning on my way to the show, I got a message. I sold a Pat Tillman card out of 75 for $499.
I sold mine yesterday for $1,500.
Well, he got a better price than I did.
Got him.
So paper hands.
It's a gamification of the digital version of the assets as well. So you ask what draws me to digital, it's the kind of stuff that you can't do with physical cards. You can only do it with digital. Numbering some of the favorites and doing those challenges for gamification, it's fun. And trust me, guys, I got plenty of physical cards. I got a Jordan Fleer rookie 10 sitting here on my feet. I can show it to you guys. So I'm not getting rid of physical. I'm physical all the way. We got a little digital in there too, because it's smart to diversify your portfolio.
I got back into the hobby a couple years ago. A buddy of mine tried to get me back in. I was really interested in it. I like to follow NBA rookies. I spent a lot of time doing it and studying them and really going through them. And it's something that's fun to be able to, invest in something like that. And, just dealing with physical cards and dealing with, guys on Facebook, kind of shady looking, but you kind of want the deal to be true, and all that kind of stuff. I couldn't take it anymore. And that was, number one, part of my motivation for creating Card Shop Live, which, is a live selling app and is ultimately going to be a place where you can buy, sell, and trade all of your sports cards. But additionally, that's what drew me to Panini Blockchain, because it was like, hey, I was watching this guy from Alabama, Herb Jones, and I knew he was going to be a great NBA player. And Chris Mullen agreed with me the other night, by the way. And I was able to buy up as many of his cards early on as possible, and watch the values go up on Panini Blockchain. And it was fun, and it was just a lot of fun. It's a fun, and it's been a pretty good investment as well. So, I rave about it, and I encourage anybody, really, check it out, or come talk to us about it. We'll teach you how it works.
I'd say Sims, playing The Sims on my Dell in my basement back in the day got me into collecting things digitally, or Roller Coaster Tycoon, or the Hot Wheels game that I used to play. I mean, or Fortnite skins, or Warzone, and wanting to be able to level up quickly, and the things people would do to pay for those things. Like, it's I just keep going back to, I think it's a storytelling and marketing problem, and I think that it's going to take time, because when there is these massive booms and washouts, people will either get in or don't want to be a part of it. But video games is a precursor to a lot of things, and I think community, I think connecting with friends, and I think now loot boxes. I remember the day that I had a PlayStation 2 and I got taken to CompUSA to get the Ethernet adapter, and I brought it home and I had to screw it into the back of the PlayStation. I ran an Ethernet cord from downstairs up the stairs into my bedroom, and that was the day that all of video games changed on the publishing side, because now the video game was just a gateway to be able to sell more digital items, and they were all walled gardens. And that started to, okay, well, I play NBA Live, you play 2K. Well, I've put $700 into my NBA 2K team, so I'm not playing that game over here. And the blockchain is going to allow for the interoperability around all that. And what will happen is that IP and the owners of rights will realize their potential. Josh Giddey can put out his own NFT collection, and he needs a good developer, and a good artist. And Backyard Breaks, look at, they have a ton of people at their booth, giveaways, all that. It's not that difficult. People want to collect stuff. People are walking around with Card Collector 2 shirts on a lot. On Instagram, not long from now, you will be able to verifiably show that you own a digital collectible from Card Collector 2, and that's going to have a lot of power. And I think everything is becoming gamified. The blockchain just makes everything a video game. It's no different than why people want fast cars with lights under it and big rims to show off their identity, and we're spending more and more and more time right here. Again, this thing is 15 years old. It's not that old at all, and those ecosystems are just going to continue and continue and continue. A lot of kids don't even know cash anymore. They get paid an allowance through Apple Pay every Tuesday, $20, and then they go to the 7-Eleven and it's on their iPhone. They don't even hold cash. So it's all very, very, very much just beginning, and I think it comes down to how we storytell, how we market, and how we realize most people are already engaged in this ecosystem in one way or the other. It's just about, okay, this is collecting. And then the platforms, how do you build community around what you collect? Instagram just is doing a little beta of showing, an NFT or digital collectible. I think they're using the term digital collectible actually, and not NFT. But Facebook will have it. Twitter already has it with showing your PFP. Then there becomes a leaderboard. Quickly, someone in their bedroom could code a leaderboard. Who has the most expensive NFT PFP on Twitter? A lot of people in the world will want to be at top of that leaderboard. So I think video games is where it starts and ends for me, for sure.
Yeah, and just to add to that point, if you look at all of these kids walking around here today, do you think they have any qualms about spending cash on a digital collectible? Not at all. So when you look at this generationally, whether you're pro digital collectible or whether you're anti, one way or the other, that little guy back there will not have a problem with spending money on digital collectibles. And once he starts to make some money in his life, that's going to become a major movement. And that's a couple of years away still. But that's something that you can really look forward to.
Yeah, I mean, even credit cards and debit cards are like a newer-ish technology in that regard. I mean, the usage of credit cards and just swipe, and not understanding that you're using cash, is going to impact this whole thing in a real way.
For me, it's about transparency. Blockchain unlocks all types of transparency. Everything we do on the chain is numbered. You go buy a box of Prism and you open up and you get all those base cards physically. They're not numbered. You don't know what the manufacturer's done. With NFTs, you know exactly how many there are. There's $9.99, there's $16.99, whatever it's numbered to. And it just makes it that much easier to do your data analytics, decide what the market's going to be on it, and then there's even extra utility and stuff that we can build into that collectible.